This employment law video is on dress codes. Dress codes and disciplinary action. Dress requirements could be set out in employment contracts, or more commonly there is a policy in a staff handbook. It's often stipulated that a breach of the policy could result in disciplinary action, and in certain cases that might involve dismissal. The dismissal would only be deemed fair though if the employer carried out a fair process and acted reasonably in dismissing the employee. Dismissal for a first-time breach of a dress policy would almost certainly not be considered a reasonable response by an employer. Most likely it would be appropriate to issue a series of warnings for repeated breaches before dismissal. Sex discrimination. It's unlawful for an employer to discriminate directly by treating an employee less favourably because of sex. Having a different dress code for men and women would not in itself be discriminatory, but the same level of smartness must apply to both men and women. Making women wear high heels at work, for example, would most likely go beyond that equivalent level of smartness. Religious discrimination. The European Court of Justice, the ECJ, considered a case where an employer had a code of conduct precluding employees from wearing philosophical, religious or political symbols while on duty. As the rule applied to all religions and applied equally to everyone, the ECJ held that it did not give rise to direct discrimination. Indirect discrimination is where an employer applies a provision, criterion or practice which applies to all employees but disadvantages employees of a particular religion without justification. The ECJ held that the policy could amount to indirect discrimination if it adversely affected one particular religion, such as Muslims who wish to wear headscarves. It could be justified though, for example, if the policy only covered staff interacting with customers. Dress codes and hot weather. There are no minimum or maximum temperatures required for the office. Employees are not expected to work in temperatures below 16 degrees Celsius or 13 degrees Celsius if doing strenuous work. But surprisingly, there are no maximum legal temperatures in the workplace. There is also no legal requirement on employers to relax dress codes in hot weather. However, regardless of the law, employers should use their common sense and relax dress codes if and when necessary. That's my video on dress codes. The usual caveat is that this video is for guidance only and should not be relied upon for specific advice. For more information, do visit my website. And if you're interested in receiving notifications on other employment law videos, do subscribe to my channel.